Hey everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. Look, if you have ever felt completely overwhelmed by just the sheer frantic pace of modern life, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to unpack the secrets of non-pharmacological stress relief. We're building a highly practical toolkit drawn directly from some incredibly effective source materials that's going to help you master your breath, your mind, and your body. Get ready, because we are absolutely about to transform how you handle your daily pressure. Section 1. The cycle of stress. The modern reality we all face is just this constant state of rushing, isn't it? High workplace demands, family pressures, the relentless pinging of digital notifications. It's an inescapable part of our day. We really have to validate this. It is no wonder we're constantly running into symptoms of anxiety, low mood, and chronic physical tension. We are basically marinating in stress all the time. But I want you to consider this for a second. What if the key to calmness is always with you? It's kind of a wild thought. What if the absolute most effective tool to combat all this modern anxiety requires literally no medication, no expensive equipment, and is already built directly into your biology? This quote really hits the nail on the head. In yoga philosophy, breath, or pranayama, is considered the primary means for interacting between the inner and outer worlds. If we look at prana objectively as life energy, it means every single inhale you take brings energy in, and every exhale circulates it right through your body. Your breath is quite literally the physical bridge linking your conscious mind to your unconscious physiological processes. Okay, let's dive into this. Here is the agenda for our toolkit today. We just touched on the cycle of stress. Next is breath and emotion connected, followed by essential breathing techniques, calming the mind, healing yoga poses, and finally, integrating your daily practice. Section 2, breath and emotion connected. To make this work, we need to understand a really fundamental biological mechanism. Our breath and our emotional state are intimately connected. It's this profound two-way street that dictates exactly how you feel in any given moment. Think about it. When you experience strong emotions like anxiety or fear, it automatically triggers shallow, arrhythmic breathing, right? Your body is prepping for danger. But conversely, controlled breathing exerts a direct, calming influence on your emotional state. Because this is a two-way loop, if we intentionally take control of our breath, we essentially hack our own nervous system. We can reverse engineer our emotions from the outside in. Section 3, essential breathing techniques. So how do we actually do this? Let's open up the very first tier of our interactive toolbox. I want you to slow down just a bit with me here as we check out the specific tools you can use right this second. First up is Samavriti Pranayama, or equal breathing. Actually, let's break the fourth wall for a second and do one cycle together. Ready? Inhale deeply through your nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it for 1, 2. Now exhale slowly for 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. Doing that just 5 to 10 times activates your parasympathetic nervous system. It literally flips the biological switch from fight or flight straight over to rest and recovery. Now, there is a stark contrast in how we breathe. Try placing one hand on your chest and one on your stomach. If only your top hand is moving, your chest breathing. This uses the chest and shoulders, and honestly, it actually activates stress. But if the bottom hand moves, your abdominal breathing. Expanding the belly and diaphragm drastically improves your lung ventilation, bumps up your oxygenation, and immediately lowers muscle tension. Our next tool is Nadi Shodhana. This is a traditional cleansing breath. Basically, you block your right nostril and inhale left, then block your left nostril and exhale right. Then you just reverse it. Inhale right, block, exhale left. From a traditional perspective, it's used to balance energy channels, or nadis, but from a modern physiological standpoint, it creates this incredible parallel effect of balancing the left and right hemispheres of your brain, which is super effective for resetting your concentration and dropping that anxiety down. Section 4, calming the mind. Once our breath is stabilized, we can climb up the ladder a bit. This is where we consciously engage our brain to release all that physical tension we might not even realize we're holding on to. The real star tool here is progressive muscle relaxation, or PMR. This is a sequential, bottom-up process. You intensely squeeze a muscle group for 5 to 10 seconds, and then just completely let it go, starting all the way down at your feet and moving all the way up to your face. By deliberately creating tension and then releasing it, PMR teaches your mind to pinpoint exactly where your body is secretly hoarding stress. Alongside PMR, we have visualization and guided meditation. When you're stressed, your mind naturally loops on negative thoughts. It just happens. Visualization forces a manual override of that system. By focusing your attention on a serene nature scene or even just a pleasant bodily sensation, like a feeling of warmth right in your chest, you disrupt the anxiety loop. If you're a beginner, guided audio recordings are a fantastic way to direct your attention before you learn to create your own calming mental scenarios. Let's move to Section 5, Healing Yoga Poses. This is the final tier of our toolkit, where we use physical asanas, or postures, to harmonize our nervous system and vastly improve our physical circulation. A foundational pose here is Balasana, better known as child's pose. This is a very simple, grounded, almost embryonic posture. By folding inward and resting your forehead on the ground, you are giving your body direct physical feedback that it is protected. It provides this immediate sense of safety, soothing the nervous system and rapidly dialing down your anxiety. Now, the crucial point about this next pose, Savasana, is that it is so often misunderstood. It looks like you're just lying down on the floor taking a nap, right? But it's actually an incredibly active practice of quieting the mind and fully consciously releasing the body. It's designed to achieve a state of complete physical and mental rest, melting away that residual muscle tension that breathing alone might have missed. Next up, we have twists, which you can do seated or lying down. Obviously, they are fantastic for relieving deep back tension and improving circulation. But here's a really surprising fact. Twisting actually massages your internal organs and aids digestion. During periods of high stress, our digestive system gets notoriously compromised, so twists act as a wonderful reset button for your gut health as well as your back. Finally, we look at inversions like shoulder stands. By putting your head below your heart, you are quite literally reversing gravity. This dramatically increases the blood supply and oxygen flow directly into the brain. That biological shift directly combats anxiety and is incredibly effective at sharpening your mental concentration. Section 6, Integrating your daily practice. Look, we've unpacked an amazing array of tools today, but a toolkit is completely useless if you never open it, right? So how do we realistically fit this into an already overwhelming life without it becoming just another stressful chore on your to-do list? The trick is realizing that this is a continuous process that requires a bit of patience. Please do not try to do everything at once. Start with just 5 to 10 minutes of daily breathing. Just 5 minutes. Next, as that becomes a solid habit, slowly incorporate the physical asanas. And on an ongoing basis, support these new habits by maintaining basic sleep hygiene, a good diet, and exercise. You're gradually building an entire lifestyle of resilience. Which leaves us with this final vital question. Which 5-minute practice are you going to commit to today to reclaim your inner balance? Is it going to be the 4-2-4 breathing? Maybe some progressive muscle relaxation? Or child's pose? The effort you put into this toolkit yields incredibly tangible results: better emotional well-being, greater efficiency, and a true sense of inner freedom. So pick one tool, start today, and take your power back from stress. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I will see you next time.